All right, it's 6 o'clock. So I'm going to get started. Tonight is going to be a Vinyasa flow class. Sorry about John walking in front of the camera there. Anyway, tonight will be the Vinyasa flow class. It'll be, I wouldn't call it intermediate, but maybe you should know a little bit of the terminology of yoga. Throughout the class, you will see my dogs join me on the mat. I'm okay with that, and I hope you are too. They don't bother me. So I just enjoy having them here. So let's go ahead and come to a comfortable seated position. It does not need to be cross-legged. And then make sure that you're sitting up nice and tall. Gently close your eyes. And begin to bring your attention inward. Notice all the things you find within on a physical, mental, and emotional level, and maybe also on a spiritual level. Whatever you came across, just keep that in the forefront of your mind so that you can adjust your practice accordingly. But try not to judge it. There's no need to. And then sit up nice and tall, once again bringing your shoulders back and down, reaching the crown of the head towards the sky. And then bring your attention to your breath. Notice how you're breathing right now. And if it's not already deep and slow, try to slow it down and deepen it. Breathing only through your nose if possible. And just feel the breath circulate through your body. And we will practice the three-part breath, Durga Pranayama, together. So take in a deep breath and let it all go. And then inhale to your belly, to your ribs, to your shoulders. Hold. Exhale, draw your navel to the spine. and hold. Inhale to your belly, to your wrists, to your shoulders. Hold. Exhale, pull your navel to the spine. And hold. Inhale to your belly, to your ribs, to your shoulders. Hold. Exhale, pull your navel to the spine. And hold. And then inhale and exhale. Inhale. And as you exhale, let your chin fall to your chest. And as always, we will begin by rolling out the neck. So roll your head in both directions, making sure you make complete circles. And if you come across an area in your neck that requires a little longer of a stretch, just go ahead and hold. And then continue with your rotation. And then go ahead and take your right ear over your right shoulder. We will gently place the right hand onto the head, but try not to pull on it, just place it there gently. And then reach the left arm away from you, pulling the fingertips towards you. And you can experiment where you want to place this left arm. You can place it slightly behind the midline of your body or right to the midline or in front, and just see how that changes the stretch in your neck. And then switch sides. Notice any differences between the two sides. And then once again, let your head hang in the center. Pull your shoulders back and down, and then look straight ahead and open your eyes to a soft gaze. Let's inhale as we reach up, and exhale as we twist to the right, placing the right hand behind us, left hand to the right knee. Look over your right shoulder. Try to lengthen your neck and try to turn your neck. So when I say look over your shoulder, don't just use your eyes. Try to bring your whole neck around. And then come back to the center. Inhale. And as you exhale, go the other way. Sitting up nice and tall. And notice how this twist feels right now. We're just warming up. We're going to try to move in a twisting fashion, from side to side, and then also rounding and arching the back so that we know especially what our spine and our back feel like tonight. Come back to the center, inhale, and then exhale, bring your arms down, and let's go onto hands and knees, moving through cat and cow. So as you exhale, pull your back round and let your head hang down. And as you inhale, sway your back and look up. Exhale to cat pose. And inhale to cow pose. And you're going to do this at your own pace, exaggerating the movements, and as I already said, paying attention to what the spine and the back feel like tonight. And then throughout class, if you know a modification of any pose that I do tonight, and you rather do that modified position, go ahead and do that. Especially when you follow on YouTube, nobody can see you, so it doesn't matter. Just make sure that you stay safe. And then on your next inhale, move right into extended child's pose. So widen your knees, wiggle your hips a little bit as you go down. And then take a moment here and notice what your body is saying. Maybe you can listen to feedback from your body. Press your armpits down to the mat. And then come back up onto your hands and knees. We're going to extend the right leg back and the left arm forward. And then we're going to inhale here. And on an exhale, we will bring knee and elbow together, pulling the abdominal muscles tight. And then inhale and reach out again. Exhale, bring knee and elbow together. And inhale, reach. One more time, exhale. And inhale. And then take your arm and your leg back down and switch sides. Left leg lifts, right arm lifts. Inhale. And as you exhale, bring your knee and your elbow together. Inhale, reach out. Exhale, bring knee and elbow together. Inhale, reach. Exhale, bring them together. Inhale, reach. And exhale, bring your arm and your leg down. Take your hands, maybe half a handprint forward, and then tuck your toes under and lift up into downward facing dog. And then here we're going to pedal the feet back and forth. Just getting the legs used to moving in a yoga way. Notice what your legs feel like. If it feels good, if you have been on your feet all day, maybe you want to rotate your ankles, flip your feet over, stretching across the front of the ankles. And then take your feet about hip width apart and your hands about shoulder width. And settle into your first down dog. Breathing in and out. Try to keep your head right in between your bicep muscles. And then inhale forward into a knee plank. So bring your shoulders right over your wrists. Exhale into knees, chest, chin. And slowly inhale into cobra pose, using only the muscles in your back. So if you have to, you could let your hands come off the mat. Feet are together. Stay here for an exhale. And then inhale to extended child's pose. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath in. And then let it go. Inhale into knee plank. Exhale to knees, chest, chin. And inhale to cobra pose. Pull your shoulders away from the ears. Stay here as you exhale. And then inhale to extended child's pose. Reach your tailbone way back, lengthen your spine, and exhale to downward facing dog. For a deep breath in. And a complete exhale. And then inhale to knee plank. And exhale to knees, chest, and chin. Inhale to cobra pose. Stay here and exhale. Inhale to extended child's pose. And exhale, downward facing dog. Breathing. And let it go. And then slowly begin to walk your feet forward so that they land in between your hands. Take as many steps as you need and bend your knees as you do this. And then when you get there, let your upper body just hang, crown of the head towards the floor. And just gently sway your body, making sure your body is loose. If you feel tension in your neck and your shoulder girdle, go ahead and shake out your head. Sometimes it feels good to rotate the shoulders a little bit. And then slowly begin to roll up your back, going up one vertebra at a time. Your head comes up last. And when you get up there, slide your shoulder blades down your back and place your hands into Anjali Mudra. Thumbs to your heart. Take your feet together if you can, or keep them hip width apart, but try to have the outer edges of your feet parallel with the outer edges of your mat. And then inhale as you reach up. And if your back feels good tonight, maybe you want to add a little back bend here. And as you exhale, come to a forward fold. So your legs are straight now. You're folding forward. As you inhale, lift your chest and look forward. Extended forward fold. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank or knee plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga, which is the low push-up position. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. And then exhale, downward facing dog. Take a deep breath in. And let it go. And then look forward as you inhale. And exhale, both feet forward to forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale to mountain pose with your hands in Anjali Mudra. I'm going to take my shirt off. Doesn't take long to get warm in here when you start doing the sun salutations. And let's inhale, reach up. Add that back bend if you like. exhale to forward fold. Inhale, lift your chest, extended forward fold. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank or knee plank. Exhale to knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Take a slow breath in. And then let it go. Look forward on your inhale and exhale, step or hop to forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, mountain pose. One more time like this, just like this. Inhale, reach up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, extended forward fold. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale here. And exhale it out. And then look forward as you inhale. And exhale, step or hop to forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And this time exhale, right back down to forward fold. Whoops, I'm playing the gong. As you inhale, bring your right foot back into lunge pose. And as you are in lunge pose, you can either keep your knee up like I have it right now, or you can bring it down to your mat. Either way is a lunge. This is low lunge, and this is high lunge. Looking straight ahead, make sure that your back stays flat and straight. And then exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank or knee plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or up dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And now as you inhale, lift your right leg straight up. And then bring it through into lunge pose. So try to bring it all the way to the front edge of your mat. But if it does not work that way and it doesn't land, your foot doesn't land there, get stuck halfway, just get a hold of your ankle and put it. Alternatively, you can also come onto both knees first and then step the foot forward and then lift up into lunge. Either way, however you get there. And then bring your left foot next to the right for forward fold. As you inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, fold. This time, inhale your left foot back into lunge. And then exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank or knee plank. Exhale, knees, chest, chin, or chaturanga. Inhale to cobra or upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. On your inhale, lift your left leg up. Reach it way up there. And then swing it through into lunge. Exhale your right foot next to the left for forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, fold. Inhale your right foot back, lunge pose. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift your right leg up and then step it forward to lunge. Get a good position here as you exhale. And then make sure you're engaging all your leg muscles, hamstrings of front leg, back leg, thighs, glutes. And as you inhale, lift up into equestrian pose. And if you like, you can do this with your knee on the floor in the back. Try to gaze up if that's okay on your neck. And then bring your hands together at your heart center. Lean forward and take your left elbow to the outside of your right thigh into a prayer twist. Again, it's perfectly fine if you want to do this with your knee on the floor. Try to look to the ceiling. And then let's take the left hand to the floor and reach the right arm towards the sky. Always coming back to your steady breath. And then take your right hand down, come back into your lunge. Inhale as you look up, and exhale as you bring your left foot next to the right for forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale your left foot back to lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Spread your fingers wide. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, lift your left leg up and then bring it forward into lunge. Arrange yourself on your exhale, making sure all your muscles in your legs are ready to work. And then as you inhale, engage those muscles and come up into equestrian pose. Try and keep your shoulders away from the ears. And then go ahead and bring your hands to your heart center, lean forward, and come into that prayer twist. You want to make sure you bring your hands right back to your heart center. Sometimes there's a tendency for the hands to want to float around somewhere up in here. Come back to your steady breath. And then we'll take that right hand down and lift the left arm up towards the sky. And then bring your left hand down, come back to your lunge. Inhale as you look up, and exhale as you bring your right foot next to the left for forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, your right foot back to lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And as you inhale, lift your right leg up and step it forward into lunge. And then we'll come down onto the back knee and just pull back into a hamstring stretch. So rock your hips back, try to level them out, and then with the flat back, fold over your front leg, keeping the eye on your big toe. So your drishti, your gaze point, is your big toe. Unlike in our slow, trauma-oriented class where I always say let your head just go, in this class we're going to keep our drishti. And then come back into your lunge. Inhale, look up, and exhale, your left foot next to the right foot, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, your left foot back to lunge. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And as you inhale, bring your left foot forward into lunge. And then come down onto your back knee. And again, we're going to shift the hips back, making sure they are leveled as best as you can get them there. And then fold over your front leg, keeping your drishti, your gaze point towards your big toe. Sometimes, or oftentimes, there's a tendency for the left hip to want to stick out. So what we need to do is we need to pull the left hip back and the right hip forward. That will help you level your hips. And then come back into your lunge. Inhale as you look up, and exhale as you bring your right foot next to the left foot, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up, and exhale right back down to forward fold. Inhale, extended forward fold. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And then we'll come forward into an elbow plank. So you can come forward into plank first and lower yourself onto your elbows, or you can come onto your knees first and then place yourself into the elbow plank. Either way works. We'll hold it for just a moment. So keep your belly pulled in. Try to keep your hips leveled again. So we want to prevent ourselves from having the hips sticking up, but we also want to prevent ourselves from swaying the back. So to achieve that, you have to engage your abdominal muscles. And then hang out and breathe. Try to take your mind to your happy place for just a moment. And try not to focus on how hard this is. Stay lifted out of your shoulders. Only a few more seconds left. Let's see, 10 more. 10 more seconds. You can do this. And then gently rock back into extended child's pose. And check in with your body. See if you get a response. Responses from your body are usually sensations that you feel in the different muscle groups that you're working. Let's also take the hands to the heels for child's pose. Try to let go of any tension in your upper body here. So just let your upper body be. Check in with your body. And also, if you feel the need to have a sip of water, now is a good time to do that. And then we'll exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward as you inhale. And exhale, step or hop to forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, extended forward fold. Exhale to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. And then lift your right leg up and step it forward into a lunge. And then from here, we will turn the feet and step up into a 5-pointed star. So turn your feet to the left and come up into a 5-pointed star. And I'm going to turn around so I can look at you. So your arms are not level with shoulders. They're up just a little bit, but try not to let the shoulders shrug. Dig your heels into the floor. And then inhale as you reach up. And exhale into sun goddess pose. Sitting back into the heels. Pull the knees out. So you want to prevent yourself from buckling in forward through the knees. So you want to sit into the heels, pulling the knees back. Dropping the tailbone. And then inhale, reach up. And exhale, come back down into sun goddess. Staying nice and tall through the spine. There shouldn't be much weight in your toes, if any. The weight of your body is in your heels. Inhale, reach up. And once again, sun goddess. And then this time we're going to move from side to side. Staying low and moving. Just gently moving side to side. And then hold it again in the center. And inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale to a warrior two, looking to the front. So you will have your right leg forward. I will have to switch my legs because I spun it around. Here we are in warrior two. Both arms have the same height. And you're gazing across your front fingertips. Using drishti, the gaze point. And then windmill your arms down and step back into downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. As you inhale, bring your left foot forward into lunge. And then again, spin those feet towards the right this time and come up into five-pointed star. And on this side, we will balance. So keeping the arms and the legs just the way you have them. Just tilt over to the left and balance. And then we'll come back to five-pointed star just briefly and move right over into the other side. Balancing on your right leg. And then come back to five-pointed star. And then here, we will go into a little bit of a lower squat. So take your hands to your heart center. And again, kind of like you were in Sun Goddess, but you may have to adjust how wide you have your legs together or apart. We're going to bring the elbows to the inner thighs so that we can push the legs back. And you should feel a very heavenly, wonderful stretch in your inner thighs and in your groin here. And then take it back up to five-pointed star. Inhale. And exhale to warrior two, looking to the front. Left leg is in front. Gaze across your front fingertips. And reach out into opposite directions. And we'll windmill the arms down and step back to downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Look forward on your inhale. Exhale, step or hop, forward fold. Inhale, come all the way up. And exhale, fold. Inhale, extended forward fold. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale to plank. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. And then we'll come forward into a plank. And if you want to challenge yourself, you can lower yourself really slowly into all the way onto your stomach. Or if you don't want to challenge yourself, just come on down, making sure everything hits at once. Let's interlace the fingers behind the back. And on a long, slow inhale, come on up into locust pose, Shavasana. Try to bring your shoulder blades together. Point your toes behind you, but keep them together. And then gently release. Placing the hands in front of you, just wiggle your hips from side to side. And then we'll do the same thing again. Or if you like, you can come into bow pose if that's one of your poses that you have in your yoga routine. But you can easily also just do Shavasana again, locust pose. So as you inhale, lift up. Pressing the feet into the hands. So both bow pose and locust pose work your back muscles, but bow pose also adds a nice deep stretch for the fronts of the shoulders and the quads. And then gently release it. Take your hands in front of you again, and this time we're going to bend the knees and windshield wipe them from side to side. And release. Come on up onto your knees. Actually come to a seated position. Let's get into a deeper hip stretch tonight. So we'll rock the baby. This left leg can stay however it feels good to you, wherever you want to have it. And then take the right leg into both arms. And when you have it, make an effort to sit up tall. And then move it around and find all the different areas that are tight in your hip. You can pull it closer in and then bring it further away, moving it in circles, whatever you feel like doing. And if you feel like you need to hold the stretch somewhere, feel free to do that too. And then we'll let go of this right leg and switch sides. And most people feel a definite difference between the two hips. So notice, observe, but try not to judge. Move it in little circles. Hold it if you feel the need to hold it. Lengthen your spine though. You want to prevent yourself from hunching over. We do that too much every day anyway. And release it. And then we will take the left leg forward and cross the right leg over. You can stay with the left leg straight or you can bend it. Taking the right arm up on an inhale. Exhale, place it behind you. And then inhale the left arm up. And exhale as you bring the elbow to the outside of the knee. Lengthen the spine and then twist. You can use this left elbow to help you come further around in your twist. Now that your body is a little bit warmer, you can push yourself a little further, but be mindful so that you don't hurt yourself. Ultimately, you want to align your chin with your shoulder, but that doesn't have to happen tonight. And then take it back to the center and just give yourself a gentle counter twist. Quickly switching sides. You decide if you want to keep the leg straight or if you want to bend it. My nose is itching. I'm sorry, I have to scratch it. Inhale, lift your left arm up and then place it behind you. Exhale. Inhale, reach your right arm up and exhale, twist. You might hear your spine or your muscles pop. That's usually a nice sensation, and it usually creates a little bit more space for you. Try not to lean so much on your bottom, on your back hand. And you may have just heard my back pop. And then take it back to the center, giving yourself just a gentle counter twist. And come back, taking the legs in front of you. Either challenge yourself or hold onto your legs and help yourself down. We're going onto the back. So if you want to challenge yourself, pull your navel in and go as slowly as you can. And then when you are on the floor, take both legs up into the air or do whatever other inversion you would rather do. Some people really like the shoulder stance or the headstand, and either is fine. The idea here is to keep the feet higher than the head and the heart for a moment, which will help your heart because it helps venous blood return from the feet to the heart. You probably know that veins don't have a pumping action like the arteries do, so they rely a little bit more on the gravity. So this helps your heart out. Also helps with the flow of the lymphatic fluids, which definitely don't have pumping action. And if you like, rotate your ankles, point and flex your toes. If your eyes are still open, go ahead and close them now. Signal your body that it's time. It's just about time for your final relaxation. You did really well. You worked really hard. And if you have chosen a headstand for your inversion, then go ahead and give yourself a moment in child's pose right now. And then slowly find your way into your final relaxation position with your legs straight on the mat. Arms next to your body with the palms facing up. And let's take in a deep breath here. And let it go through the mouth. Let your feet drop out to the side. And relax. Take a moment and notice what it feels like when your breath moves through your body. Let it touch all the tired muscles that you just worked so hard. Let it touch those muscles, and when it touches, let those muscles relax. Take in slow, deep, and deliberate breaths in and out through the nose. And wherever your breath travels, it brings relaxation and surrender. Allow yourself to just be. Begin to make movements in your fingers and your toes. Placing the feet onto the mat as you inhale, reach your arms behind you and give it a good stretch. And then exhale and curl up on your right side. And just for a moment, bring back the memories of this day that has passed. And find something that made you feel really good and bring that to the forefront of your mind. Can be something that you did, something that you achieved, an interaction with another person or an animal, whatever made you feel really good today. And then keeping your eyes closed, gently help yourself up to a comfortable seated position. And when you get there, place your hands into Anjali Mudra, thumbs to your heart. Slightly bow your head. We'll take just a moment to seal in our practice. Once again, bringing the attention inward, noticing what's going on inside of us. Feeling the heartbeat and the chest rise and fall. And I think you did a wonderful job tonight. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste. And since we are on YouTube, please hit the like button. I hate to sound like that, like a typical YouTuber, but please hit the like button. And I'll see you next time. Bye now.
Very good.